Hello, people. Hello. How's everybody doing today? I'm kind of PO right now at StreamYard, and I get Sunset free version. I don't have the free version. I paid him $25. It came out of my checking account yesterday. Now I'm pedo at StreamYard. I've filed a thing with him a while ago. I want to let you know. I'm waiting on, let me get my paperwork because I've written it down on my rotary tiller. It's called PULSAR, Legion Force. I got it yesterday. You all saw the video. I checked the air in the tires. It had 22. It says 20 to 25, so I had 22. And I went out there in my garden, and all at once it started leaning. My tires, you know how they do. It spins, and I got two flat tires, and plus there's trouble with it. So I call Legion Force people known as PULSAR yesterday. They supposed to send me an email, and I told them the box is all ripped up, damaged, and all that. It won't go in reverse. There's a couple other things. It's making a noise, like the transmission, I guess you call it, is making a noise. So PULSAR, Legion Force, the person I talked to yesterday, and going to exchange it, but they're going to send me an email. As of 8:30 this morning, I haven't got an email from them. It sounds like I'm going to have problems with them just like I did LG Thin Q people. And so I will tell you, my back's is killing me because you saw the metal frame that came in. You got four bolts that holds it into the frame. The front two came out. The back one was ripped out. So there was some kind of damage with it. So I want to let you know, wherever you buy anything, like a rotary tiller, lawnmower, or anything like that, make sure it works. If you go to Home Depot, that's where I got it from, Home Depot. And I just want to let you all know, be wary. I'm not giving up because it only been not quite 24 hours. And I don't know why I get screwed every time. Sorry for that word, screw. And I don't know what's wrong. You know, I don't think it's made here in the United States. No, I ain't got my socks on. I just got out of bed. I'm gonna have to put it on before I go outside and feed my kitty cats. And somebody either stealing my cats or what. Now, LB has disappeared and don't know where she's at. I don't know if somebody's setting traps. My neighbors wouldn't do it. No, you can't see. And So I'm asking you all for your help. If you all know PULSAR, Legion Force, you know, and I hope they stick by. And I just don't know what to do. I made my phone call that was on the paperwork, and Home Depot gave me the number. I called and talked to a guy, maybe 10 minutes, explained everything. I said, "Who is the idiot that puts a inner tube in a tar?" I said, "My riding lawnmower is tubeless." And I just don't understand. You know, I can fix the tars by taking the inner tube out and put a valve stem in, which they should have done to begin with. And when my valve thing was a little way down there, you see a split in the inner tube, and white's like white powder. So it was cut either on the rim, it got sharp edges or something. I don't know. This is Legion Force, the 212cc. Got it yesterday, put it together, but it's made by Pulsar, PULSAR. You know, if you all know anybody out there that can help me, you know, any problems I have, I put it on YouTube to educate you. And I just want to let you know, I was going to try to do this on StreamYard. They said I used my 5 or 6 hours of the free version. I didn't have free version of StreamYard. I paid them $25, which it came out of my account yesterday. And I gave him the reference number that you get on your statement, which I can check it on my phone. Somehow, StreamYard had screwed up. I wish they had a phone number I could call them and talk to them in person, but I can't find a phone number to call them. And I want to thank you all. That's how come I try to educate you. I'm 70 plus years old, 4 heart attacks, high blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis. Not supposed to get upset. But the person I talked to at PULSAR and talked to them, they said they send me an email. Hello, 709. I hope it. I saw you comment yesterday when I uploaded that video. And I don't know what's wrong with it, people. That's how come I'm putting it on my YouTube channel. I told them I had a YouTube channel, and I told them where to go on my YouTube channel. But the guy I talked to at PULSAR, Legion Force People, that it wouldn't go in reverse. And I had 22 pounds of air in my tires. It cut the inner tube inside the tire. You know, when you're out there using your rotary tiller, your tires turn. It seemed like the tire slipped and cut something on the side of the rim. And the transmission is making noise. They send you 4 quarts of transmission fluid, you know, like you do in your car, you know, one's at 90 weight, 125 weight, something like that. And that's the problem. And I feel my back feels bad because you all saw the metal frame it comes in the box. And the metal frame is in the box. You have 4 bolts you have to take out. And the 2 on the front and 2 in the rear on each side. Well, the ones in the back where your bolt goes was ripped out. And I look at the frame and, you know, it comes in. It was had places where the weld broke. So it was probably damaged in shipping, or it was made on a Monday or Friday. He said, what do you mean made on a Monday or Friday? Well, on a Friday, they're in a hurry to get home. Monday, they're hung over or something like that. It worked pretty. I made 1 trip around my garden. And like I said, it started tilting and my tires are slipping on the rim. Now, like I said, I had 22 pounds of air in it. You know, it could be 23. It says in the book 20 to 25 pounds of air in it. I don't know what happened. But people, if you're going to buy something like that from Home Depot or Tractor Supply, wherever, let them show you how to work it. Make sure everything works. You know, go in reverse and first gear and high gear, neutral. You want to check it. Let them show you. Well, I try if you all ever saw it or you see YouTube videos of the Legend Force on YouTube. And they show you how to put it together. But I'm not really a mechanic, lawnmower mechanic. By you putting it together, does that void the warranty? Even if you follow the instructions on it. You know. But like, I hope I don't eat a 709 because I'm still fighting with LG on that stove. And I don't know why I'm having this problem. You know, I don't think it's Home Depot. You know, they shipped it. They was out of stock. It came from the factory. But to me, it was damaged in transit. The box is all ripped up, which I got pictures of everything on my cell phone. and the metal frame where they put the bars on the metal frame and welded, it was ripped. It was ripped. Either a person didn't know how to weld or something. I don't know. And I'm still waiting to get an email from these people you see in the chat, which I haven't got one. You know, they said, he told me he sent it over to another department and they send me an email what to do. Well, so far, people, before I came live, I didn't get no email. I might have to call them again, but I'll wait until this afternoon to call them. I'm going to give them a chance. For I filed a complaint with the BBB, the Federal Trade Commission, the local TV troubleshooter. It seemed like me as a senior citizen and a veteran, I'm getting taken advantage of. I hope when they replace it that they put it together and check everything out before they ship it. It'd be nice if they send it to Home Depot, they check everything out and put it together the right way since they're mechanic inclined. Do I blame Home Depot? Yes and no. Somebody my age who had 4 heart attacks, arthritis, back problems, that's how come I'm down on my back. Then StreamYard is screwing around with me. I went to their site and asked for help and gave them the last 4 of my debit card. Told them the bank took it out yesterday. And you got numbers with it. I gave him the 4 or 5 numbers, whatever it is. And I don't know what is going on. I'm kind of mad, upset. My backs are hurting, and I want to finish my garden. 2 weeks, it'll be May. I try to plant everything by May. That's what Dad always did. I got some white radishes I want to plant. Because I love white radishes. You used to find them in grocery store. The white ones is you call like icicles. They're harder, and the red ones you get. I don't know why you can't find them in grocery stores anymore. But I'm asking you all for your help on 2 things: StreamYard and this rotary tiller at PULSAR Legion Forest 212cc 20-inch rotary tiller. I know some of you said that you can get free stuff if you advertise for them. Yes, you can. But I don't have my 2,000 watch hours for 500. I got over 500 subscribers. And I'm asking you all for your help. Maybe you work for PULSAR, Apostle, Legion Force, Rotary Tiller people. I gave them the number that when I bought that from Home Depot, I gave them everything. They looked everything up. And I explained everything to this guy with his company. The box was ripped, damaged, and all this. But found out that the transmission is making a noise. You people has this type of rotary tiller. I know I saw YouTube videos on it. I like this one video how he put it together. I done it his way. But trying to get it out of the metal frame, that's where I hurt my back. I'm hoping when the replacement comes in, they said about 2 weeks. I hope it's all put together and tested out before I get it. I'm hoping they send it to Home Depot and they deliver it. You know, all put together, transmission fluid put in it, and gasoline put in it, since mine got gasoline into it. Another problem, people, if you look at it or got one or you seen videos, on the gas tank, you got the red lid where you put your gasoline in. Then you got a small one, maybe an inch in diameter, that plugs into it, and it was popped off when I got it. And I looked down, I had to go to AutoZone or one of those places to get me one of those grabbing things that's about so long where you can reach down there and push the button and grab it. I did that, and the spring and the metal lid that goes on it, and I hope I put it back in the right way. I don't know. I said, I don't work on lawnmowers. But my question to you very smart people, when they ship it to you, you put it together, what happens if you make a mistake? Will the warranty cover it? When I paid for it on the 19th of this month, I was under the impression it'd be put together and be tested out. Boy, was I wrong. So I'm asking you all help with StreamYard. Do they have a phone number where I can call them and talk to them in person instead of going on their website, typing in everything? Gave them the last 4 digits of the credit card and the number that's in my account that they paid them. They're $25. That's what my payment is a month. So StreamYard has screwed with this old man. And I can't use StreamYard right now. And I hope they get that straightened out. I wish they had a phone number where I can call them. I'd rather do that instead of typing in my complaint. So I want to thank you all. It's about 9:05. Hello, Wire. This wasn't Ups or FedEx. It was some other company in a straight truck. They had to back down the driveway. A pickup truck or a small, like a UPS van or FedEx, it's no problem. Those bigger trucks, like I said, the box type straight truck, they have problems turning around, so they back down. You know, I'm going to look for an email address when I get off of you. I got to put my shirt on, my breeches on to go outside and feed my cats. I got to do that. Someone is stealing my cats. I had another mama cat, and either somebody putting a cage up somewhere close to me. My neighbor says he's not doing it because he loves kitty cats because they keep the mice and moles away. Yeah, they got the paycheck war. That's how come I done a video on it, on that, PULSAR Legion Force. And I'm kind of mad. My back's, is hurting me. I want to thank you people on YouTube that use PayPal and my Cash App to help me get that used lawnmower. It's not old like the ones I've always got before. It's 10 to 20 years old before I get. This was less than 5 years old, maybe 4 or 5 years old on that Troy built rider. But I'm asking you all if you can help me out on StreamYard. I'm going to look for an email address. But I don't know why they said I had the free version when I paid them $25 and they took it off of my debit card, which the bank paid it yesterday. But it was taken out on the 20th, I believe. Now, why have people got to take advantage of old people, handicapped, disabled people? I don't know. I want to thank you all for your input. And I just want to let you know, Mondays I don't get on here because I watch Hudson and Rex, The Providence of Canada. It's a TV show that comes on here where I'm at every Monday from 11 o'clock a.m. till 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. I love that show. It relaxes me. But I'm letting you know because I don't want anything like this happen to you all. I got to cover up with a tarp to keep the rain off of it because they're talking about rain this weekend. So if you all can help me out with StreamYard or my LG ThinQ stove and this rotary tiller from PULSAR Legion Forest 212cc rotary tiller, I appreciate it. And I talked to Home Depot, and Home Depot gave me the PULSAR Legion Force phone number. I talked to the guy, and he said he's going to send it over to the other person, going to send out a replacement. But I don't know if I told them people at Legend Force, whatever you want to call it, about the transmission making noise. I did tell him it wouldn't go in reverse. You know, there's something wrong with it. You know, I hate to say it, but I've always learned of my age of 70 plus years old, anything made on a Monday or Friday, you don't want to buy because you get a lemon. And I'm just letting you all know to help you all out what to do. And like I said, that guy from Legion Force said I would get an email to tell me what to do about it, or how to get it ready for him. I don't know. I won't know until I get the email. I don't know when I get the email, but I took it that I would get an email sometime yesterday. As of 8:30 this morning, I haven't got no email from the Legion Force people. And my back's still hurting. It's going to be 3 or 4 days before my back gets feeling better. I had problems getting out of the bed. I even took a hot shower. I felt real good. I slept real good, but I couldn't get out of bed this morning because my back was killing me. So I keep you up to date on that rotary tiller, StreamYard. I want to keep you all up to date. That's what my YouTube channel. Try to give you free advice where it won't happen to you all on YouTube. You know. And I just don't like getting taken advantage of. As a senior citizen, disabled, and a veteran of the United States Marine Corps, went to boot camp in Paris Island, and one of my sergeants, I don't know why I remember him, was Sergeant K. Wood. He was an African American drill sergeant. And anybody who was at station at Paris Island and might had Sergeant K. Wood, when he was working at the night, we always sing a song at attention in bed when he was always working the night shift. I think the gunny was either Japanese, Filipino, he was a different race. I couldn't remember his name or the gunny. I can't remember. I can only remember Sergeant K. Wood in 1970. It was in the summer because school was out, and that's when I went in at either 16 or 17. I know my mom and dad had to sign papers. And back there then, people, you either got drafted or you could join. But when I went in, you could join for I guarantee you, War, I've seen them drill sergeant. Like I said, this is 1970. It could change since then. I know Paris Island has changed. They got it made in boot camp now compared to when it was in 1970. And I've seen them. If you didn't come out of that bunk at 4 or 5 o'clock, I think it was 5 a.m. I think. Like I say, I was 17, so that was 1970. It was over 30 years ago. I see them grab the bunk and turn the bunk over on top of you. And you people have been in boot camp, especially at Paris Island, in them old Quonset huts, that two recruits will walk that floor at night while you're sleeping. I think it was for 2 hours, but don't quote me on it. You had one at each end of the Quonset hut. You walked back and forth until your time was up. Then you wake the other two people up, then they do it. And Paris, yeah, far watch. See, my brother he went in 64, went to Vietnam. He got out in 68. And I know when I was, people, when you're in boot camp, you get the needles, you get all your shots. But when I was in there in 1970, they had those air guns and they shoot you in the arm. You couldn't salute because your arm was so sore because you and the other recruits walk down that line, they go bam, 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 and shot you. But I think now they use needles because back there then, hepatitis and AIDS was the going thing back there then. But let me get back. 1970, you could sign up for 2 years, 4 years, 6 years. I did it for 2 years. Why, I don't know. By doing it for 2 years, the time you go through boot camp at Parris Island and Camp Lejeune in North Carolina, in a way, you couldn't go to Vietnam because Vietnam, you looking at 18 to 24 months serving in Vietnam. So that's what my YouTube channel is all about. Try to help you out, tell you about my problems that I'm having here at 70 plus years old. I want to educate you where what happened to me won't happen to you. And I thank you all for your help. And just wait. I'm going to their website and see if they got an email and contact them that way. But people, if you know people who works for PULSAR Legion Force people that could maybe put pressure on them, don't threaten them or anything like that. It's for one I used yesterday until I had the flat tars and inner tubes cut inside of the tar. Yeah, that's what I got. I got problems here on the Ponderosa. People, if you don't know what the Ponderosa is, it's an old TV show of Bonanza with Hoss, Adam, Little Joe, and Hop Sing in Virginia City, where this was taken at on the Ponderosa. They had thousands and thousands of acres. But I got to get a shirt on. I'm sorry I don't have a shirt. And I got to put my breeches on, put a shirt on, get out and feed my cats, and make sure they're happy. I got to call them. And when I went to throw those boxes on my wood pile where my burning pile is, Kelly came out. I got a small box. She had her babies in it. And she had some cute babies. So I got a small thing of cat food, dry cat food, milk in a tuna fish can and put there. Well, she moves those babies, and I gotta watch where she comes out. This is her first litter, but I'm missing another mama cat, LB. I don't know why I'm losing my mama cats. Either somebody's trapping them. I know it's not my neighbors. I asked them. They told me no, they're not trapping them. So this is the problems I'm having here in southern Indiana. And I took my medicine last night, and I got to go to the drugstore Friday and pick up some medicine. It's all not ready. I'm waiting on my one pain medicine. They have to get it from the doctor and do that. So on StreamYard, people, I paid them $25 and they took it out of my account. That's not the free version. And I got an email saying you use your time up on your free version. I don't have the free version, StreamYard. I paid you $25 and you took my money. It's a different card number. You took it. So why can't I get in the StreamYard, people? I've sent them all the information. Said the bank took it out as of yesterday, and I gave them the 6 numbers. I guess you call that the reference number that the StreamYard took out. So I'll keep you up to date. That's what I want to do. Any problems I have, medical or lawnmowers, chainsaws, anything like it that I have here on the Ponderosa, I tell you about it. And I don't want anything that happened to me to happen to you. I want to educate you all. And I like War. He's a pretty nice guy. I think he might be a few years older than me, but he's my age. I try to make my YouTube channel different from everybody. The other YouTube channels I watch, they got good content. That's what I did, War. I submitted a request and gave them the last 4 of the debit card and the reference number. You know how long it takes to people to get back with you. And I like using StreamYard now. I'm going to look for an email address for StreamYard and that rotary tiller people. And any of you people out there that use StreamYard that can help me out. And I appreciate it because what problems I have with StreamYard or this rotary tiller or anything else, I want to educate you, make sure it don't happen to you all. That's what I'm about, honesty. I don't know if StreamYard has an email or not. I can't find it unless I'm not typing the right thing into the search engine. I don't know. And I'm going to look up for an email on this Legend Force rotary tiller. I can keep in touch with them instead of calling them. But as long as I can help one person out there that if I can help one person out there not to have the problems that I'm having, I've done my job. And I get people at PULSAR Legion Force 212cc rotary tiller. They said about 2 weeks. But they said I get an email. Am I going to get the email within those 2 weeks? They did explain it to this old man. And if I can help one person or 5 people or 100 people, what to look for. Let me find my ink pen. Man, there it is. Well, why I write that down. I wrote it down. I got my pencil and my paper. I'm going to do that next when I get off of here. My kitty cats can wait a little bit. I try to feed them between 9 and 10 o'clock. Because I've always feed them at 9 o'clock before we change the time. I know one of my cats is up there on the roof. I got a ladder up there. They climb up that ladder. No, it won't let me do nothing. They said I got the free version. I don't have the free version of StreamYard. It used to be 20 hours. They cut it down to 6 hours, but I don't have the free version. They got my $25. And it makes me mad. But people, I'll let you know what the problems that I'm having here on the Ponderosa. And I'm letting you know because I don't want it to happen to you all. If you buy a lawnmower or rotary tiller or anything like that from Home Depot, Ace Hardware, Lowe's, any places, make sure it works. Let them show you how it works. If you buy a chainsaw, people, say from Ace Hardware, places like that, make sure they tune it up before you take it out the door because you have problems with a chainsaw if they don't tune it up. And it takes a special tool to tune it, the high and low end of your chainsaw or weed eater. So you want to make sure that everything works before you walk out the door. But like on this rotary tiller, they ship it to you. You have to put it together. If you're not a mechanic, you don't know the blankety blank what to do. You can read the manual. And that's how come I'm letting this out. Another problem, I stop at the dollar store because the Pepsi sales rep talk to them, and they trying to help me out and other people out who buys Pepsi Zero. They said what the Pepsi rap guy said, it's not his fault. It's Pepsi. I don't know if they're selling a whole lot of Pepsi Zeros or what it is, or can't keep up. They even told me Walmart is having the same problems. Well, since it's under warranty, you know, if you watch the Legion Force YouTube videos, they show you how to put it together, how to do this and that, how to put it in gear and stuff like that. And I watched that. And I swear, maybe I was hearing things because it's a video, and that the transmission is making a noise. Something in that transmission is not lining up, because if you see videos, you go all the way over to the right to put it in reverse. Then you push the button up on the handle and bring the handle down. It's supposed to turn and go backwards. It won't do crap. So, I'm going to get on here and try to send an email to StreamYard. So, I want to thank you all for your all's help. I got to get off of it. Well, I'll be back on here tonight. Probably if I am, I might be on YouTube or I might be on StreamYard. And I want to thank you all. If it wasn't for the YouTube family, you all give me information how to improve my content. But people, remember, I live out in the country. I'm not like those people, Bakersfield, California, can drive around and bring you the content of car wrecks, police pursuit, house fires, and like that. You got people like War that does great videos. And 709. You got a bunch of great people. And Megan Fox Ryder, the umbrella guy, DUI guy, that does great videos. I try to be the best I can. If I tell you something that's not true, I do admit that I got it all wrong. I'm 70 plus years old, people. I'm trying my best. So I got to get off of here, put my shirt on, put my pants on, get the cat food, get the warm milk where I can feed my outside kitty cats. I have to call them where they come running. I know people, some YouTube channels or all of them has trolls. They want to argue with you. And that's what my YouTube channel rules is. It's God's YouTube channel. God rules. No fighting, no arguing, no cussing. Well, you all people knows. And I won't put up with it. I got some good moderators. They can put you in timeout anywhere from 86 seconds to 30 to 24 hours or kick you off. I leave it up to them. But if I get you, I do anywhere from 10 minutes to 30 minutes, or I borrow you from my YouTube channel. But since the problems I'm having, the FBI and YouTube is taking care of it. YouTube is blocking some of you from my YouTube channel. There's nothing I can do with it because I consider it stalking, harassment, hate crimes. I don't go for hate crimes. I don't care if you people have been arrested, what your crimes are. It's not up for me to judge you. It's up to God and Jesus. You everybody deserve a second chance. And that's true. You all people have been arrested had a public defender. Who pays your public defender? The state does where you live. The state pays the prosecutor. Do you get a fair plea bargain or a fair trial? The answer is no. And there's times that I took plea bargain because my mother was sick. And the prosecutor and the judge knew I didn't do it. But they knew if they drop it, I'd turn around and sue the police department, which I would. And they knew that. And the prosecutor said, Tom, you know your mom needs you. How many of you took plea bargain because somebody in your family was sick? Your wife, your kids, or your mother, your father, grandpa, grandma. How many of you want to get out where you can take care of them? Nobody's perfect on this planet. But it's not up to you to judge. It's up to God. He's a judge and jury. When you pass away, you either going to go to heaven or you're going down to the furnace. This is God's choice. But God has spared me. When I had my heart attack, I could have died back there in 16 or 17, whenever it was back in that time frame. I could have died, but he got a special purpose to me. You're not supposed to hate people, you know. And I know there's people out there that loves me. People, I think I've told you that. When I went on disability when I was 30, 40 years old, Social Security sent me to 20 plus psychiatrists. I think I was crazy. But they all said the same thing. My IQ test is on the borderline. It was 62. You all, it's in the medical field. It's on the borderline. There's some things I'm smart in. There's some things I'm dumb in. You know, I'm on the borderline, just like my diabetes. I'm on the borderline. And like I say, I'm smart in some things. Go back to the 50s and 60s on your cars and pickup truck. You had plugs, points, condenser. You didn't have all this computerized stuff that you got on the cars now. I could work on cars like that back there then. The new cars they got, forget it. Forget it. But that's my pet peeve. I'm going to check on my email and see if I can I got no notification on email that's showing up on my cell phone. As you all heard on your local TV stations all over the planet, that Pope Francis, I think, passed away the other day. And so you people that might be going over there where Pope Francis is, God bless you all. He's a little bit different from other popes, but we the people have here in the United States and all over the planet. I kind of liked him, but I knew he was sick, probably had pneumonia. He was in the hospital for a while. So let's say prayers because the Pope even has a mother, father, sisters, and brothers. Kids know. So I want you all to send prayers out to Pope Francis' family and and all the other people. You can't forget them. So I want to thank you all. It's time to get off of here. If you can help me with StreamYard or that Legend Force rotary tiller, I appreciate it. And Pepsi Company, I'm going to talk more about Pepsi Company. How they screwing people who has diabetes. Because up here at the dollar store at 32 Leota Road in Scottsburg, Indiana, and the other stores around me, they sell a whole lot of Pepsi Zero. I don't know if they sitting on the rear end of Pepsi or what, but I want to make sure you all know about it. Why did I tell you about Pepsi Zero? That is because I'm a diabetic. If you don't like Pepsi, there's other brands of zero sugar drinks. You can look at it. I'm not telling you to buy Pepsi. Pepsi's not paying me anything. I have give Pepsi Zero free advertisement, not getting nothing from it. They didn't ask me to do it. I just want to educate you people who has diabetes, type 1 or type 2, which I'm type 2. And any problems I have, I'm letting you all know that maybe I can save you all for going through what I went through. So God bless you all. I'll catch you later. Will I be on here tonight? I don't know. It'll either be StreamYard or YouTube. I don't know. I'd rather use StreamYard. But somehow they made a boo-boo in their paperwork. So I love you all. God bless you. Bye. You have a great week. If where you all live here in the United States, be careful in the morning time and the afternoon when school's beginning and school's getting out. Look for those yellow buses, those stop arms. Be safe. Watch out for the deer out on the highways. You can look straight ahead, but you can take your eyes and go side to side and watch out for Rudolph. So I love you all. God bless you. Thank you all very much for joining me today. I got to go on StreamYard and the other site and send them an email and try it out. God bless you all. Goodbye. I love you. God loves you. Behave yourself. Be honest and help people out if you can. I know money's tight. I love you all. God bless you. Good day.